Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you guys a crazy Grand Theft Auto 6 mega leak. It's a 176 page document. It was posted on Google Docs and I can confirm that it is being updated. I checked it about 2 days ago, okay, and it was last updated on June 26th, 2022. And then I checked yesterday and it was updated June 30th, 2022. I kind of scrolled through it and I saw some side characters were added. So I do want to show you guys this. There is a disclaimer though, and it is going to pop up in here. There are a lot of spoilers, so if you guys don't want to know too much about the story, I suggest not watching these videos. I'm going to post this leak into a bunch of parts, so if you guys are interested, keep coming back to this channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave some comments. And yeah, I'm gonna dive right into it and let's go. So yeah, as you guys can see here, we got the published using Google Docs. I'm gonna leave the link for this document down below in the description as well, so you guys can check it out for yourselves, just so you guys know it's actually available online. Here you see Grand Theft Auto VI Mega Leak, GTA VI Mega Leak, Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto VI. The alpha script last updated 30th of June 2022. An entire summary of Rockstar's free marketing. Grand Theft Auto VI. Developer Rockstar Games. Publisher Take-Two Interactive. Development 2014 is when it started. The engine they're using is the Rage engine. The story length about 4,500 minutes, which is about 75 hours after the calculations I did. The story main characters are going to feature 2 males and 1 female, Ricardo, Casey, and Rose. The story map size is going to be 140 miles squared. That is massive for a video game. That is massive. The map is going to consist of Liberty State, Carcer City, Vice City, Cottonmouth, and in the prologue there's going to be South America. The time setting is going to be set in 2023. Production budget is going to be $500 million US. The estimated sales in 24 hours is going to be $1 trillion US, which is absolutely crazy. The marketing budget, including direct to consumer, is $100 million US dollars. Planned announced reveal Q3 2022. So that's coming up really soon. That could be, you know, just after the summertime. Planned release Gen 9 Q4 2024. So that could be, we're talking end of the fall, late 2024. So we're gonna scroll down here and we're gonna see what's next. Alright guys, so here's the content. There's 121 pages, 4 hours of reading pleasure, as it states. So in the info section, there's info on Ricardo, Rose, Casey, the side characters, miscellaneous, wanted system, gameplay features, advanced tactical system, ground vehicles, soundtrack, story, GTA Online, previous leaks, and document edits. And in the story, there's the introduction, throughout the story, and the finale. So I'm gonna add this in here because it was included in the mega leak and I just want you guys to see it. It says, it's physically impossible to constantly update on this case for 2 years if there is no motivation or ambition. Put the author in your position. Would you want to spend your hours a day for years straight to make things up just for the sake of it? Maybe you'll find answers that most couldn't discover. It's a dead end from any perspective. You will be stuck trying to debunk and only end up with more questions. Assure you, if you gather all elements he came up with, you'll end up holding a medium-sized book in your hands. And maybe you'll get into Hollywood. You could be mentally ill or, well, just have an interesting job. The only reason this is up for the public is because of the Streisand effect. Taking it down would confirm the authenticity. Many fans have seen it, but a lot more would hear about it if they take it down. They've allowed thousands of fake leaks to survive. Taking this down out of all of them would prove the legitimacy. 9 out of 10 people naturally believe all leaks about Rockstar Games to be immediately fake, even those that turn out to be true. A lot of people believe this, but a lot more don't. Them taking it down would shift that dynamic. So keep that in mind, guys. So again, the disclaimer I warned you guys about in the beginning, that's also featured here in the mega leak. It says, disclaimer, this document contains spoilers of various aspects of the video game, including gameplay, story, and characters. Please read at your own discretion, or in this case, watch at your own discretion. Ricardo. Description. Ricardo is a former Colombian special agent, a schemer, obsessed with wealth and power. Although he is a legal immigrant and spent most of his military time in the Colombian conflict and quickly made a name for himself, He has the coolest head of the trio and believes that conflict should be avoided whenever possible. It's better for business. He aspires to the life that the Los Perros Locos cartel bosses had when he was growing up, and no one and nothing will stop him from achieving it. At first glance, he seems to be the kindest and most moral of the three, but that's largely just because he's more efficient. Although Ricardo never talks about his real family, he does mention several times that he has a grandson, but he just made him up. He was apparently raised by his aunt. Other than that, respect means a lot to him. He respects those on the margins of society. Ricardo explains that where he comes from, the homeless see everything. His philosophy may prove true in the game. Treat the homeless well, and they will give you valuable information. Casey would walk by a homeless person without noticing. Rose would assume they are drug addicts and criminals who became that way because of their own choices. Ricardo would see them as people who deserve help and respect. That being said, he is extremely intelligent, cunning, and ruthless while smoking cigars and cracking his knuckles. He would not think of killing an injured colleague because there's a slim chance they might blow the whistle on him if they get caught. Despite his intelligence, he sometimes plays dumb and greatly downplays his intelligence and abilities. The Roman Emperor Claudius was spared death during the Roman purges because he was not considered a threat due to his disability, but he later rose to power. Ricardo has a similar philosophy. People will see him as less of a threat if he does not flaunt his skills and intellect, so he can scheme unnoticed. This is in direct contrast to Casey, who constantly overplays his intelligence and abilities. For someone who works so aggressively towards his goals while sleeping 6 hours, Ricardo is extremely patient and also the most prone to gambling addiction. He is a soccer fan and supports the LC Cox, which makes him quite the soccer fan. He is not a fan of cats, but loves dogs. Ricardo can speak Spanish fluently. When he is wealthy, Ricardo likes to drink, smoke cigars, and may buy a classic car. When drunk with other characters, Ricardo sometimes brags about stories about his fictional grandson. Apparently, Ricardo smells pretty bad and his hair is greasy. What do you guys think of Ricardo? What a main character he sounds like. Rose. It is easy to assume that Rose is a good person in a bad situation because of her job, her gender, and the traumatic event of losing her husband. However, she is not. She is a bad person. She is perhaps most like Louis from Grand Theft Auto 4 in that she seems oddly calm for her character, but that is all out of self-preservation. If she was real, she might be the most dangerous of the three, not only because she holds a real position of power, but also because she gives the real appearance of being a good person, when in reality she is the opposite. She might be imagining that she is actually a good person. She is silently attracted to Ricardo because she has a Machiavellian charm. He is a person who will always rise to power, something Rose desires. Although she will not admit it, it's probably what attracted her to Arthur McLean as well, physically and emotionally. Both are out of her league, but that attraction is the most important thing to her. Despite everything, she is not a cold psychopath. She really feels grief over the death of Arthur McLean and the shooting of the cop. Even though she made that decision, it really has a big impact on her mental health. The idea of this life as a criminal was more exciting than the reality that turns out to be. In short, she is just trying to feel successful and powerful, but talks herself into cleaning up crime even though her actions do the opposite. When Rose maintains a good relationship with gang members and the general population, they are much more likely to help her when questioned and to report crime. Rose is most vulnerable to stress and depressive drug addiction. Casey is the badass Casey would be Trevor if he wasn't psychotic. They're both people you'd want to avoid, but their personalities manifest very differently in truth. Casey, being a former boxer, gets angry and has no problem hurting people while owning a cat and sleeping for 12 hours. But he doesn't enjoy it the same way Trevor does. It's just a means to an end. Put it this way, Casey wants money. You have money. To Casey, the most logical solution is to kill you and take your money. It's cold but not sadistic. Trevor, on the other hand, would probably demand the money, and if you refuse, get very angry and harm you. Casey does learn a lot from Ricardo though, and over the course of the game slowly learns how to get what he wants without going straight to violence. The first time he tries to set up an empire before meeting Ricardo, it fails because he's too hot and he's fighting anyone who gets in the way. After the story, he can negotiate and take smarter paths. Casey is the most susceptible to stimulant and drug addiction and least sensitive to stress. So now I'm just going to read off the side characters here for you. Carl von Krastenberg, Vivian von Krastenberg, Ramon Rodriguez, Arthur McLean, Steve, Jose Vasquez, Maria, Ashera, Licia Clarissa, Phil, Smitty, Camilla, Damone, Clara, Double Barrel Daryl, Bella Ortiz, Leilani, Karma, Raul, Saibohan, Muhammad Al-Khabib, The Animal, Riker, Officer Reynolds, and Officer Tavares. Seems like a nice lineup for side characters so far, honestly. We still got 2 years to go until the game releases. Here we got returning characters. We got... What? Do you guys see this? Nico Bellic is a returning character? Brucey Kibitz, Poppy Mitchell, Bruce Spade, Jacob Hughes, Lacey Yone, Roman Bellic, Miranda Cohen, Gay Tony, Candy Sucks, January Vasquez, Chloe Parker, Yusuf Amir, Avon Krastenberg, Family, okay, and Juan Strickler. Returning characters. Okay. That is insane, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up here for the first episode, but definitely come back for part 2 if you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna get right back into it. We're gonna see what else we got in the mega leak. I know you guys want to see. We got miscellaneous ready to dive right into there. So this is what we covered in today's episode. I want to cover everything else in a couple more episodes, so if you guys enjoyed, please keep coming back. Make sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, leave me a couple comments down below on your opinion of the game. Let me know what you think. It might not sound like it's too believable just yet, but when we dive a little more deeper into it, you are probably gonna believe it a little more. As I said earlier, I will leave the link to this in the comments below, so you can actually go into it and, you know, do your own investigations if you want before I even post the videos. And yeah, enjoy. Welcome to the GTA community. Have fun. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate all your support. I hope to see you guys next time for my other GTA videos. I will be coming back with more mega leak videos. If you guys want to see different types of videos, please leave that below in the comments. I'd love to hear more suggestions, opinions. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.